What's going on, guys? Yankee Cowboy here, back for another video. On the bench behind me, as the title would tell, is a Smith & Wesson Performance Center XVR. Good friend of mine, Mike, loaned this to me. This isn't my revolver, but he loaned it to me for a review. I want to thank Mike for letting me borrow this. There's going to be plenty of more guns that he's going to let me borrow and review, and I much appreciate it. You guys will actually meet him. He'll be in some future videos. If you guys are new here also, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Let's hop down and take a look at this beast. Alright guys, so here it is, the Smith & Wesson Performance Center XVR. Comes in this nice gun rug. That was pretty nice of Smith & Wesson. I bought a Performance Center. Mine came in a cardboard box, but this one came in a nice gun rug, all embroidered. So this is how the presentation will be after you get out of the cardboard box. So we're going to unzipper this. It's got another pocket inside here. Take this beast out. We'll take the gun rug out of the way. Put that off to the side for a second. Let me get my new little review block here. Good friend of mine, Larry, made this for me a long while back. It's been sitting in the back here, but I think I'm going to start using it for tabletop reviews like this. First looks. Alright, so here it is. Look at this behemoth. This thing is a friggin' beast, guys. 460 Smith & Wesson Magnum. This is one of the most highest pressure handguns that are out there. This thing is just an absolute beast. Look at this thing. Fiber optic front sight, adjustable rear sight, teardrop hammer. Overall length of this is 10 inches, 3.5 inch barrel. There's the business end. That is just a massive, massive hole you're looking at. I'll tell you what, guys, you open up the cylinder on this thing, you almost need a cable for this thing. It's so friggin' heavy. This thing is just an absolute beast. I can't wait to get to Cabela's and get some ammunition and take this thing to the range, because this thing throws a ring of fire like you've never seen before. Alright, so we're just going to pop this down here for 1 second. And I want to take a quick minute just to talk about this for a second, because like I said, this is, first look. We're not actually going to fire it in this video because I don't have any ammunition for it. I want to just at least get this video and show you guys this particular revolver. Alright guys, let's talk about this 460 for a minute here. Specs again. Overall length 10 inches. Green fiber optic front sight. Adjustable rear sight. Teardrop hammer. 59 ounces on this thing. It's an absolute beast. When you pick this thing up and open up the crane and let the cylinder down, like I said, there should be a cable there. It's so damn heavy. This thing is an absolute beast. I just can't say that enough. I'm just super impressed with this thing, and I haven't even shot it yet. But again, this isn't going to be too long of a video or too involved because I haven't shot this thing yet, and I don't have much experience with this one. But I want to bring some new stuff to the channel, let you guys see some other handguns that are out there, some different revolvers and stuff. And again, my buddy's got a pretty good collection, and I'll be introducing him to the channel soon. But I'm going to be reviewing a lot more stuff that he has. And like I said, he's got a great collection, so you guys are going to see some really cool stuff here, so stay tuned on that. But I'm going to head out to Cabela's and definitely get some ammo for this thing. We'll get it to the range. I also want to borrow his 500 and get that to the range, and we'll do a comparison and see which one I think was more shootable. I think this thing's going to be an absolute beast. I'm actually a little bit timid on firing this thing, guys. I've watched some videos. If you haven't seen this thing shoot and you can't wait to watch mine, hit a video here on YouTube and check this thing out, because it throws a ring of fire like you've never seen before. This thing has some serious pressure behind it. And again, I'm super excited to get this thing to the range and try it out. But, alright, you might ask yourself, what does somebody need a revolver this big for? Well, mainly this thing is used for hunting. This is the smallest variation with the 3.5 inch barrel. I believe they make a 14 and a 20 scoped out. I mean, this thing's made for taking down big game. But there are some competition shooters that actually do use this revolver. I don't know what competition that would be. Again, I haven't had much experience with this revolver or did much research on it. I'm just going off the cuff on my first impressions of it, and this basically what this video is just a first look, first impressions on this particular Smith & Wesson Performance Center. Now, Performance Center, when you say that word, that means that the trigger has been tuned. They do some things to it to make it, the double action much better. I own the Smith & Wesson Performance Center 327, and that thing is fantastic. The double action on it is super, super light for a double action. I'm not a huge double action guy. I shoot mainly striker fired, as you guys know. So when I hear the word double action, I almost cringe sometimes because they're always a very hard pull because that's their safety feature. But this here is the same as my 327. It's got a super, super sweet trigger on it. And then you put it in single action, it's a hair trigger in single. So again, guys, really excited to get this thing out to the range and try it out. Just wanted you guys to take a quick look at some other stuff that's out there. This revolver is just a beast. Can't say enough how much of a beast this thing is, and it's just humongous. Look at this thing in my hand. I don't have big hands, guys, but this thing is an absolute beast. It's humongous. I can't believe the weight on this thing, too. And as heavy as this thing is, guys, I can guarantee you this thing's going to kick like no tomorrow. That's why I said I'm a little timid on shooting this thing. I'm going to have to bear down on this thing with two hands and really force myself into it once I squeeze that trigger for the first time. But I think it's a pretty sweet revolver, and this is something I'd like to have if I was out in Alaska or something, or just grizzly bear country, anywhere here in this state. Forget about using this thing in the woods hiking for protection, because our state don't allow you to carry on state forest and that kind of thing. This state's a whole nother video. But even still, if I had the money, and I'd love to have this thing in my collection just because it's a stupidly big, obnoxious revolver, and why wouldn't you want one in your collection? Alright guys, this is just a quick first look. Like I said, I'm going to hit the Cabela's, get some ammunition for this thing. We will take it out to the range. But this was just a quick look at it and just showing you guys some of the stuff that's going to be coming on the channel. Alright guys, so we're going to head out for some final thoughts. Alright guys, so some final thoughts on this behemoth sitting on my bench. I can't wait to get the Cabela's and get some ammo for this thing and head out to the range. This thing is just going to be a blast, I can tell already. If you guys are ever in a shop and you see one of these, ask the guy to take it out and take a look at it, because it's an absolute behemoth. When you get this thing in your hand and feel the weight of it, you're going to be like, holy cow. This thing is just a beast. Alright guys, any questions or comments, leave them below. Be sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next one.